bosses. Voices cut the silence. Truth ain't taking pauses. We the people Wednesday. Speak loud, speak clear. Screech owls calling. Red's got your ear.
We the People Wednesday will begin in just a few short minutes, folks. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you still have time to jump over to the VIP Backstage Lounge at rippandrabbithole.com. If you are listening on demand, go ahead and fast forward to about the 3-minute mark and you will jump into tonight's live show. Stay tuned, folks. Show starts soon.
Late night highway, headlights chasing dreams. The rip on rabbit hole ain't as crazy as it seems. Ain't no polished lines, just hearts and fire. We the people Wednesday. Speak loud, speak clear. Screech owls calling. Red's got your ear.
Rippin' Rabbit Hole is a community-driven radio. At times the community comments may reveal prejudices and other beliefs that we or our sponsors do not condone. Views or opinions expressed by the community, callers, or guests, are those of the individual speaking and do not represent the views or opinions of this site. Rippin' Common Sense content is intended for mature audiences only. Enjoy.
Late night highway, headlights chasing dreams. The rip on rabbit hole ain't as crazy as it seems. Ain't no polished lines, just hearts and fire. We the people Wednesday, shout what's real. Screech owls watching, Red's got the wheel. Eyes wave in the static air, freedom's crackling everywhere. Every voice matters.
Good evening and welcome to We the People Wednesday. It is Wednesday, August 26th, 2026. I am Screech Owl Scott.
And I am Red.
And we want to thank you, our co-hosts, for joining us right here on Rippin' Common Sense Radio, where your voice will be heard around the world as we discuss hot topics, recent news, new developments, and who knows what else. If you've dialed up We the People Wednesday, congratulations. You can now declare yourself one of the We the People people. If you're listening on Rumble or YouTube or over on X tonight, Red, we are
Wow,
live
we're
on
on
X,
X.
we think.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
It's
check.
live on X, but give We the People a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you will receive notifications each and every time we go live. If you want to join the We the People conversation, hop on over to rippandrabbithole.com and
We're
Click
remote
on-
tonight, so
click on-
everything's a little goofy.
click on the 24/7 lounge in the taskbar. Scroll down until you see the backstage lounge. Click on that big red enter now button. Allow the permissives and join the fun. The backstage lounge is free and always will be. It's a great place to meet new friends and talk about anything that you want to. And we can speak from experience when we say that you will often find We the People deep into the early AM hours. That's rippandrabbithole.com. RIPPONRABBITHOLE.com. Now we get normally on Wednesday night.
We
Red,
are live on X. I didn't
so
know.
we are
I
live on
completely
X. So
forgot.
we've added X to the platform. Everything is going wonderful. We are not in the perch tonight. We flew the coop tonight, Red.
Did he say pick on Red?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what he said, Wetzel.
In any event, we flew the coop tonight, Red, and we are coming to you live from Holiday Inn in Manitowoc. They have provided Brayden and the Manitowoc County Patriots with fabulous room here, and it's all set up right now. Folks are starting to eat, and pretty quick here, the reason that we're here. Harry, wait.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, we could not get our camera working
No,
for
we
whatever
did.
reason.
It is working.
Oh, it is working.
Yes, because
Oh.
our IT guy is
Oh,
in the
thank
house,
goodness he got it working.
and we've got the
Thank
camera.
you, Keith Kedrow.
So I'm not sure everything that's on the agenda tonight, but I know they're going to play a short video, and hopefully the sound is going to come through. That might be our only challenge, Red.
Yep.
We're going to hope that the challenge comes through.
The challenge comes through, or the audio?
The audio. Yeah. See, I'm sitting on the wrong side, Red.
Do you want to switch spots?
No, normally
Make sure you're.
Normally I'm on the left, and I'm leaning right tonight, so it's.
Yeah, and I'm not good on the left.
You're not accustomed to being on the left, but
No.
So you might hear some background noise tonight, folks, and there's real.
Well,
Excuse
right
me,
now
there's-
people are, they're grabbing a bite to eat, and they're just conversing. So
So you're going to hear a little background noise
Yep.
initially here, but
Yep.
pretty quick here. Brayden, who is the founder of the Manitowoc County Patriot Groups, he was also candidate for Secretary of State, ran a great campaign,
absolutely.
and Brayden is building something with the Patriot movement here in Manitowoc County.
Oh,
and,
definitely is.
we've come to know Brayden pretty well, and incredible young man, driven to make changes and be a part of that difference. And it starts right here in his backyard in Manitowoc County. He was kind enough to invite us in tonight so that we could go live from the Holiday Inn. And again, thanks to the Holiday Inn, they provide this room to Brayden once a month.
Yep.
I don't know at what cost it comes to Brayden, but really a nice room. We've got a nice group of people in here. I don't
And we
know.
got some more of the hot people here tonight too.
Yes,
Not only Harry.
It's not just Harry tonight. We've got President of Hot, Jay Stone, and we've got Cindy and Jim Spodek in the house.
And I see some new faces that, because when we do things like events or whatnot, we're not usually in Manitowoc doing them. We usually travel around the state. So I'm seeing some new faces to us.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if they normally come to his meetings, but I believe that they do.
And there's still plenty of time to get down here. Harry hasn't started. If you are nearby, if you're over at the county fair listening in your earbud, put the rides aside and come on over here to the Holiday Inn.
Is that going on right
It
now?
just
Oh my
started
gosh, I
started
didn't
today,
even
Red. We're
realize
gonna have to
that.
get over there for a funnel cake one of these days.
Oh, I don't
but-
know.
I'm anxious to get a plate of food. I'm gonna have to have
I
something.
think we're probably gonna have to wait until after.
I'd like something to gnaw on. I don't know if I can wait until
Well,
after, but
maybe when they're playing the video, you can run up there and grab something to
well,
eat.
my head's gonna be in that camera, but
Oh, that's
it
true.
should be a good night for people who we've had Harry on this show. Harry's a friend of the Rip and Rabbit Hole. We don't want to spoil anything that he's going to talk about, but very quickly in a nutshell, you know that Harry just over 4 years ago, right? 4 years ago?
It was in 2022, yes.
Yeah, so just over 4 years, end of July.
I just looked
4
at
years
it. too.
ago, Harry requested absentee ballots through the My Vote website and actually received those ballots in the mail.
Even
other
though he
people's
told
ballots.
them not to.
And that's what really started the ball rolling and why we are here tonight. Harry's going to share that story with hopefully some people who aren't familiar with the story.
There is a couple. When I was walking outside to go to the bathroom, I was stopped by one of the ladies here, and she kind of sort of asked me, Actually, I don't know what she stopped me for, but anyway.
Well, that was a deep thought, Red.
I know, but I asked her if she's heard of Harry's story, and she said, no, I have not, but I'm going to learn tonight. And I said, you will absolutely learn tonight. And then I let her know about Harry a little bit, and then I kind of introduced her to Pro Se Jay, and I said, what he's doing with court cases and stuff. I said, and he's not an attorney. And her mouth just dropped. She goes, he's not even an attorney? I said, no, and he's winning.
No, and he defeated some Department of Justice attorneys in
Yep.
some of the cases
From
that
the
he's
Attorney
taken
General's
before
office.
the
And I
before
let
the
her know
courts.
that. And then I introduced her to Jim. Cindy wasn't at the table at that point, but I just basically said, hot government is the type of group that you really want to pay attention to because they will put out stuff that is 100% double, triple checked, and they will not put it out unless they can prove whatever they're saying. They have the documents to back it up.
And you know what else, Red? What I like about what hot government is doing, and we're seeing it on display tonight. They're really centered out of southern Wisconsin, out of that Racine area,
Yes.
and they understand that they can't do it all, and they see groups like the Manitowoc County Patriots, and they want these groups to develop the same kind of strengths that Hot has.
Absolutely.
And that's why they're here tonight. That's why, because they want to support other Patriot groups from around the state and help them build things that they can continue to do the same types of things that Hot government does.
Absolutely. And we need more of that around the state.
We absolutely do. And
because they are so busy, literally, with their hands in all different topics that they're trying to fight. That they can't fight the whole state of Wisconsin. But they can show you how to do it. They can show you, how to research and how to prove this and that, and give you some guidance.
Right. And what's nice to see here is we look around the room, Red, and we know some of these people, but again, you said there's new faces here for us, and I'm seeing the former chair of the Manitowoc County Republican Party who is here, and
Yep,
another officer.
And yes, and the co-chair as well, the former co-chair.
So, they're here to learn about this, and it's so important that these people who were so heavily involved in the party, who maybe didn't understand what Harry did or why he did it, and they're here tonight to hear it right from Harry. And
absolutely,
it's going to be I think it's going to be a fabulous night. And I tip my hat to Brayden for all the work that went into this. He did coerce us into cooking.
Yeah.
So we did provide some of the food that's at
the brats and the burgers.
So I was busy at the grill today, and I'm anxious to dive into one or both of those because there's plenty of food, folks. So
and I feel bad for the people that are in the backstage or that are not physically here because we're also giving away a gift basket.
We are. So we threw it very quickly at the end of before we left tonight. We put together a little gift basket. It's got some hot government mugs and glasses and some decals, and I think a keychain.
Yep. And there's a Manitowoc County Patriots decal in there as well.
Decal. So we're gonna draw the number at the end of the night, or we're not going to. Somebody's going to. Maybe they'll give that. Maybe they'll bestow that honor upon Harry.
That could be
as being the special guest, and it's sure to be a good night, I think.
Yep, and there's still a couple of seats left here, so.
Yep, there are a few, but it's pretty full, and considering that it's a Thursday night, the weather is beautiful.
It's
Wednesday night, and the weather is beautiful.
Your days are all moved up too.
The fair kicked off. Nice.
That's true.
Nice turnout here. For the Manitowoc
Nope, sorry,
County Patriots.
RJ.
What did RJ
She
have
said,
to say?
sorry, Wetzel, we can't win.
Nope. You have to be here live.
Wetzel said he is winning.
Wetzel's a winner, and Wetzel, very quickly, this is completely off subject, but I was in Boyceville over the weekend, Wetzel, and I saw a guy wearing a jersey that said Wetzel on the back. I had to have my picture taken with him.
Yep, and I don't think I sent it to him yet.
No, probably not, Red.
Oh, yep.
But
let me see if I can find it and put it in the chat here.
But so we didn't know that this was supposed to kick off at 6:30. So you're going to hear us just go on a little bit here until they're ready to introduce the guest speaker and
nope, it's not
get their meeting underway.
RJ says she's a winner too.
Everybody's a winner.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
If you're back here, you're a winner.
If in the backstage at Rip and Rabbit Hole or listening to our program on YouTube or Rumble or now X,
Yes,
you
we
are
are on
you
4
are a winner.
platforms.
And so the folks on X, Red, maybe we should dive into this a little bit deeper before Harry gets up and presents his case, because anybody listening on X, they may not be familiar at all with hot government or Harry Wade. So let's go back and we'll talk about that until the show gets underway. In July of 2022, uh, Harry was told that you could order other people's ballots, absentee ballots.
Yep, and have it sent anywhere in the world.
And correct, have it sent anywhere. And you could do this with simply a birth date
And a name.
and a name.
That's it.
All you needed. So Harry wanted to test it and find out if that actually was true. So Harry ordered 12 ballots. Now he did have consent from like 10 of the people,
Correct.
to order their ballots. He
Correct.
talked to them ahead of time, but Harry thought, I'm going to take this a step further. And if
Because
you know Harry Wade,
if that won't get their attention to fix it.
right. So,
They'll just say, "Oh, you're lying."
and Harry
Like they
didn't,
always do.
Harry didn't pick on one party or the other. Harry ordered the ballot of Democratic Mayor in Racine, Corey Mason, and he ordered the ballot of the Speaker of the Assembly in Wisconsin, Robin Voss. And to Harry's amazement, now, and I'll try and encapsulate this in a nutshell very quickly. Harry notified the clerks that
After he ordered them all.
This is what I've done.
And he
Don't
recorded it all
don't
too.
send it. Everything was documented. Hot government videotaped him submitting the request for the ballots.
Yep, from start to finish.
Harry contacted the clerks and said,
And the sheriff and the DA.
I'm the one who requested these ballots.
Don't send them.
And when they showed up at his door, or in his mailbox rather, Harry took the ballots of Corey Mason and tried to return
he never got Robin Voss's.
Tried to return it to the clerk, and the clerk refused to take it from Harry. Harry went to the sheriff and said,
Amanda wants to see our nutshell. Are you going to be able to see on Rumble and X and?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll see whatever's up here, right?
Okay.
So, in any event, Harry went to the sheriff and said, "This is what I've done. I have the ballots in my hand. They're unopened,"
and the sheriff
presented himself for arrest.
Yes, basically. And the sheriff did know. He did get the email and he read it, and so he knew what Harry had done.
And
ahead of time.
And he said, "We've got a bigger problem. I'm not going to arrest you for being a whistleblower.
Right.
We've got a bigger problem that the Wisconsin election commissions need to address the fact that people can request other people's ballots and receive them."
Right.
And but WEC, and you're going to learn more about, because they are going to play a short video tonight. You're going to learn a little bit more about WEC's role in this and Megan Wolf. But in any event, Harry was charged with criminal offense of requesting
two felonies. He was charged with 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors.
And Harry faced actually, 15 years in prison? 13 years in prison. And Harry's, this trial has gone on for many, many months, or many years actually.
Yeah, because it was this last March that it actually went to trial finally.
And there was a 2-day trial, and they prevented Harry from really defending himself at all.
Oh, absolutely.
And exposing the fraud that occurred. And Harry was found guilty. And
he was found guilty, but there was one juror that same night emailed Hot Government and said, "Will you please get this to Harry?" And I don't remember what it says verbatim, but basically we didn't want to convict him.
Our hands were
but
tied.
The way that the questions were posed, our hands were tied.
We had no alternative.
But one thing that the judge did not tell them is there is such a thing as jury nullification, and he should have instructed them of that, and he did not.
And very questionable things took place during that hearing. One of the jurors is said to have said, "I can't deliberate beyond tonight. Tonight is the only, because I have whatever they have plans or something, and instead of the judge like removing that juror and replacing
Because
that
there
juror
was
with one
one
of the
alternate.
alternates
Yep.
who could have stuck with the deliberations until they had reached a consensus, they were really pushed through this in a hurry, and Harry was found guilty. He was sentenced to probation. They did not give him jail time, but he is on probation.
Yep. He's on
And
probation for what is it? 3 years?
I can't,
can't even
remember. I can't
remember.
remember the length of time, but appeals have been put in motion now, and we'll see.
Why are we getting-
I think that your
I know.
phone is too
Okay,
close Red,
okay.
to the microphone.
No.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I just got a comment for my grilling, and I don't know why I don't know where the feedback is coming. Red, hope. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Hopefully our audience isn't hearing that. It looks like Brayden is getting close to welcoming the special guest, and we're going to hope that the audio comes through loud and clear in the backstage.
They did test it out beforehand, and it sounded like it was going to be loud and clear.
I think everything is going to work.
If it doesn't, please let us know.
And there's not going to be anything we're going to be able to do about it, Red.
Good point.
So if the audio is not clear and it doesn't come through loud enough, we do apologize in advance. Hopefully everything is going to work just fine. I'll try and put the mic in a.
Okay. If you want to turn on the camera.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn on the camera, folks, so you can see what is happening in the room. So, Red, if you want to just take the wheel for a second, I'll just
Okay.
pan around.
Or you gotta
There's about.
translate it or transfer it.
Oh, let me do that.
See, Screech, I think, is a little overly excited here. He's forgetting some steps.
It's being live, Red.
Yeah, it's being live here.
It's so exciting. You see the table right in front of us, nobody's sitting at that table.
I don't know where this static is coming from. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And
There.
I think it's your phone. I have to keep my phone down here, way down low.
Well, I have to keep it where I can see it, so if
All right,
there's any
we'll
questions.
we'll leave the mic here. You might have to smooch yourself a little bit closer.
And there's Brayden.
And
heading back out
so
of the
so the
camera
way
here.
this is going to work, folks. Normally on Wednesday nights we have open floor and open mics, and you can just jump in and talk about anything that you want to. But because tonight we have a little different format, we're not going to open the mics up because they can't hear us what's happening. So we are going to open it up for some Q&A. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat on any of the platforms. We're going to try and keep an eye on it. And at the end, when Harry is done with his presentation, he's going to allow some Q&A. And we'll try and get as many of our questions asked from Harry as possible. Yeah, we dodged a bullet tonight, Red, because thankfully our IT guy Keeter came in from
yes.
the Stevens Point area. So
Yep.
so Keeter came in from central Wisconsin to attend this event. He is our IT guy, and the camera, I could not get the camera to work to save my rear end, and the IT guy who spent a career in IT was here, and he was able to nail it down for us.
Yeah, he comes over and he goes, "Oh gosh, I hope I remember how to do this. It's been a while." I'm like, "Oh boy," but he got it. That's all that matters. He got it.
That's all that matters. And hopefully before the end of the night, we'll get Brayden over here to talk to us.
You need more? Just one. Oh, okay.
Oh, look at we got more tickets going out for the raffle,
If somebody
the
else
free
wants to
raffle,
go.
the no charge raffle. Somebody's going to walk away with some hot glasses and some. Stand on your head, Red. That's what you normally have to do, and it works.
It's not working.
So they're getting close to getting this thing fired up, and we're going to hope that hopefully there's not any serious feedback when they kick the audio in here.
All right, here's Mr. Brayden.
All right, so folks, I'm going to
Myer.
turn it over. They're going to start the meeting, and when we come back, Brayden is trapped between all the sound equipment. He's screeching like an owl.
All right, everyone, if I could just get your attention once again. So, glad everyone could get some good food tonight. And first of all, thank you everyone who brought some food for the potluck tonight. I had pretty much everything on there. It was all delicious. So, good job, everyone, first of all. And before we get started and have our main speaker come up, we do have an American flag here. So, what I'd like to do is if we could all rise and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we have a very good presentation tonight. We have our main speaker will be Harry Waite. We'll invite him up in a moment, and then we will have a short video that we'll be playing that will just give an overview of everything that went on with this situation, and then after that we will have a Q&A with Harry, so make sure to think of some good questions as you're listening, because this might be your only chance to see Harry in person, so it's going to be a good night tonight. So I would like to now invite the man of the hour, Mr. Harry Waite, to come up here and just do a little bit of an introduction. So can we please get a big round of applause for a great American patriot?
So, I'm Harry Waite. Okay, that's good. I'm Harry Waite. We're very fortunate tonight to have three other officers of hot government here. We have Jim Spodek, who's one of the founders. We have Cindy Hugenhoff, the vice president. We have the president, Jay Stone, here. So we're very fortunate to have them with us. And our message to you coming up here is we want you to do what you keep your backyard clean like we do in Racine. So basically, we don't want to do your work. We want you to do your work to keep your backyard clean, and that's very important. And get involved with the schools, with the town boards, and hold them accountable, because that's what we're all about. So. What you see here is tonight will be a presentation that was put together by A.J. Olson and Jay Stone. It's a presentation that tells a story of where HUD has gone and why we're holding people accountable. And you'll see that I've been convicted. I am a felon. But I believe I had a right to do what I did. You understand the U.S. Constitution, you understand the Articles of Confederation, you understand the Bill of Rights, you understand Declaration of Independence. I had a right to do what I did. And I don't hold the jurors responsible, but most certainly the judges should have known what was going on. The judges should have stopped this nonsense. So it's not your jurors' fault. I would do it again and again and again. You'll see that in my sentence hearing. I was told by my attorney that he can't submit my sentence hearing letter because it had no remorse. I said, that's right, I would do it again and again and again. And I told that to the judge, and, we had a filled courtroom. It was packed, people came from all over the state. I'm very blessed to have the support that they do. And I appreciate all the support that is given to hot government. And, we ask for nothing. We're all a volunteer organization. We do things only for public benefit. So you're going to see this presentation that was made by the team of HOT, and then you're going to we'll let you look how they grow. Not me, but I'm not big both the mayor got to be willing to pay the price, and willing to pay the price for the next generation. So with that, let's put the bill on, and then you can ask everything that you think that you want to ask.
Thank you very much, Harry. And I can say that myself personally, as well as the Manitowoc County Patriots, are very honored to be in strong support of Harry White, as well as hot government and everything they're doing. So let's watch this presentation.
How will the Wisconsin Elections Commission, Department of Justice, and Racine District Attorney framed Harry White? In July 2022, a Wisconsin man named Harry White decided to test the security of the state's iPhone system. He went online and requested absentee ballots in the names of prominent state officials, including Assembly Speaker Rhonda Voss and Racine Mayor Corey Mason, having them shipped directly to his own home to prove the system was vulnerable to fraud. As soon as the requests went through, Wade went public. He posted his exact methods on Facebook, openly admitting he had ordered the ballots without providing photo ID and dared authorities to charge him for exposing the security flaw. Wade even emailed his local authorities to confess, but Racine County Sheriff Christopher Schmalley declined to arrest him. Instead, the sheriff publicly thanked Wade for identifying what he called apparent vulnerabilities and placed the blame squarely on the Wisconsin Elections Commission, or WEC. That refusal set off what appeared to be a textbook find the vote response from the state officials. According to the public record, the official timeline began the evening of July 28th. The Election Commission held a special emergency meeting that night to discuss how to handle Wade's actions. 6 days later, on August 3rd, the commission held a formal, unanimous 6-0 vote. They decided against making a criminal referral themselves, noting they lacked a formal sworn complaint. The very next day, August 4th, Racine County District Attorney Patricia Hansen filed official paperwork requesting the Wisconsin Department of Justice step in to handle the prosecution. Filed official paperwork requesting the Wisconsin Department of Justice step in to handle the prosecution. Meetings were held. It votes for his official legal requests. The state's response includes private channels authorized meetings, investigation, and legal requests. There's just one way carefully routed through their proper channels authorized a state-level investigation. The Department of Justice won't be able to disrupt the signal that they were launching an investigation. On July 29th, the Department of Justice told the Milwaukee Journal Senate records that they were launching an investigation that as the DC County actually already know the internal records show that the state is the official criminal investigation of DC County and actually already opened a case before the Elections Commission 5464, its first emergency meeting July 28th. A week before that is the district attorney's or the Elections Commission just held its first emergency meeting, and while we traded this, the district attorney formally asked the DOJ to step in. The investigation was ordered to trigger this on the prosecution 20 was not filed. It was August 4th, cannot legally. Yet the investigation was also channels authorized on 28th. So how did this one cannot legally begin before the official channels to authorize it on unclosed doors? This was starting a week early. Exactly. To answer that, we have to look at what's happening behind closed doors. Administrator Thursday morning contacted the DCI directly to report anyway on July 28th. Election Commission Administrator Megan Lowe contacted the DCI directly forwarded Wade's Facebook email containing 2104 explanation and no teaching the charge. She simply forwarded Wade's Facebook post. 21 minutes later, DCI Special Agent legal question Marshall the data required to verify when these deputies a standard when you get a subpoena for a question regarding the data required to verify the face of that claim between 9:30 and subpoena from 1 before 7 a.m. They went Deputies Administrator Robert instead between 9:30 raw 9:57 a.m. on the last Deputy Administrator Robert email address transfers confidential raw to the DCI and data by replying and sharing this including user data address without waiting for a forward legal to the DCI. The Commission cites and sharing this back-end user data without waiting for which state legal process. The Commission is approaches under bypass its own internal privacy policies which state back-end data. The DCI disclosure was under legal case 22. Receiving the time and was at 20. The DCI officially investigation 22. Deputy 464. It was this time specifically as the selection investigation did not be handed over by protected data. It was jump started specifically because the election official was an issue because of the historic protected data. Wisconsin statute section 5-1 was an issue because of a specific guardrail against arbitrary Wisconsin statute section 5-8 that the election commission is the only initiative against an investigation into alleged election violations. Either the elections commission may only initiate an investigation into an alleged election violation, and either no sworn complaint sworn against Harry Way has been filed without that document on the mornings of July 28th, as if you details sworn complaint existed against Harry Way. Investigate is that document by pulling staff and no legal just provide the DCI the back-end records and to investigate is action statutory process records anyway just provide the DCI investigation that requires statutory process. Rosie Branson of Buffalo Commission showed the investigation that July 28th criminal case over in this organization back to the commission use of the first statutes required to make it for July 28th. Refer over in our commissioners administrative and office deputy statutes require to make it for matter handed over the data yet encrypted to the DCI case of the deputy hours over and always similar to matter active handed over the data and triggered the DCI case 10 hours before the similar retroactive paper trail required of litigation labor before on August 4th. The Tennessee Justice entered the Patricia answer closely about take answer litigation solution the deputies and justification by DCI. Look closely at H2 mandatory answers for confidential prosecutors and case investigation by DCI. She had not followed lawful mandatory before reading said that she was concerning the DCI to stop an investigation. She had not followed the channel DCI before reading said that she was raising the DCI to seek an investigation record shows quickly admitting the fact that the DCI has already been running the case for the statutes. The official record shows that this subpoena occurred has policy policy and ignored statute backdate public meeting prosecution actions that already occurred and a very great referral rules active to the voting system and the prosecution that was when the officials passed away protecting those very weight rules that approve statutory system and the bill process requiring official responses with protecting those systems is much larger. The casualty statutory boundaries and Indian process requires a response. Just casualty is much larger committed to casualty is a public prosecuting the institution established for the justice demands public officials Harry Wade filed an appeal to investigate and prosecute Harry, 20 charged for the crimes. Harry Wade filed an
Alright, so that was just a very well developed video by just a quick example. There is also, if anyone is interested, so that was just either go a very well developed video by or we also have a quick 8-minute one. There is also 11. It's an 11-minute video that we can either go of wax straight into the Q&A a little bit more. We also have so. By a show of hands, would anyone be interested in watching the second 11-minute video of wax misconduct? We'll just go a little bit more in detail. Alright, I think the majority by a show of hands, would anyone be interested in watching the second 11-minute Q&A with Harry? Alright, I think the majority has it. We are going to watch this second 11-minute video, and then we will go into a Q&A with Harry.
This presentation is about one central question. Did the Wisconsin Elections Commission follow the law when it conferred Harry Wade? This presentation investigation and provided. Did the Wisconsin Elections Commission follow the law of criminal investigation for Harry Wade publicly admitted that he ordered absentee ballots final figures. He said he did it to expose vulnerabilities. He publicly admitted that he ordered absentee ballot system. But admitting his action did it to expose vulnerabilities in Wisconsin's absentee ballot system. The government admitting an action does not erase the government still needed lawful authority. The government still needed a government still had a commission due process. The government still needed lawful authority records. The government still handed over a proper enforcement. A commission evidence in this presentation argues that when election records ever be handed over to law enforcement is clear. The evidence in this presentation argues that when it not follows those safeguards and an opportunity to defend their position to form the commission is mandatory to back person accused must receive notice and an opportunity to defend their position before the commission is to do so. Sensitive back election records must be protected by constitutional safeguard enforcement statutory procedures chances to due process. Those records on July 20th to be protected by constitutional safeguards statutory procedures and his actions process. He openly admitted on July 20th, 2023, Harry Wade made a security post that didn't hide his actions. He openly admitted that he did at 8:14 a.m. Administrator Michael security Harry's post that directly to the trigger for according to the records presented here. At this 14 a.m. West Administrator Michael and without Harry's commission vote directly that matters because according to the record presented here, this happened without the sworn authority and without a commission vote refer. That matters because only the commission didn't have the authority to do that and authority to move toward. Then at 8:35 a.m. individual elected employees didn't have the authority to do that as an important legal question. Then at 8:35 a.m. it would be a special agent to verify such partial information as an important legal question. He asked whether that question was critical. It shows to verify such information as IDA required legal process before that data could be obtained is critical. It shows that law enforcement securing their APA required legal process continue for that data. 9:31 a.m. Administrator Robert Curie said authority the process to continue. At 9:31 a.m. Administrator Robert was attached said data. At 9:57 a.m. he stated that there was a wet to be shared and that the process was attached working on it. At 9:57 a.m. Lynch indicated that WEC may be able to pull behind the WEC staff provided was working protected. My vote this is the alleged cause list data and IP related. They argue that WEC DCI provided without a rejected without a search warrant, without a sworn plan, and without information to DCI. The timeline without a subpoena of the case, without a search warrant, without a sworn hearing to DCI, without a commission vote. Kehoe sent the time data by 9:31 a.m. Kehoe discussed I addressed by DCI at 8:14 a.m. DCI Kehoe sent raw data by 9:31 a.m. Kehoe discussed IP addresses by 9:57 a.m. Didn't meet DCI on that case. During an emergency meeting, briefed the commission about unauthorized but the commission didn't meet until the president that night that she admitted during that emergency meeting. Briefed the commission about unauthorized patches. Referred presentation argues that she admitted already provided back-end that she to law enforcement had already that commission married to DC. The commission was already provided possible actions records to law enforcement when staff had that commission matters. The commission was asked to discuss possible action without being fully told options related staff had already done absentee ballot requests. Then came August 3rd. Chair Don Millis commission did not have options related to the alleged hearing for absentee ballot requests. The proper commission chair Don Millis acknowledged that did not have his statutory authorities to refer hearing for criminal charges without the proper process. In this entire presentation voted if the commission voted 6-0 for a criminal charge for criminal charges on August 3rd. In this entire presentation, if the commission voted 6-0 against referring Harry for criminal charges, the argument is that staff exactly had without authority already done later 6 days earlier. The argument is that when staff clearly first shared to without authority, the student only later saw that when followed a proper process. This becomes there was this clear link compared to another one that had a chance. The student himself in that commission when followed a proper process was not there was this foreign without a subpoena respondent and a chance to debate in this report argues commission voted occurred and privilege information was not transferred. No opportunity to be heard. But no Harry Wade's case, this report argues the opposite occurred. Privilege by vote information, no opportunity without a subpoena, no lawful vote before staff stably acted. This report also binds to information in West's position on confidential voter data. That is the North Standard argued that this report also points to a contradiction in West's position on confidential voter data because it was protected by state and argued that confidential voter data when staff allegedly provided confidential vote because it was protected by state addresses to DOJ Wade's case when staff allegedly provided confidential vote becomes audit law and IP addresses protected DOJ and DC protected without this subpoena. In 2000, the question becomes why would this report now protected in one mission, but administrative oversight this regulatory fine 2026 complaints meeting was this report fined on 05 admission. There was administrative oversight regulatory findings stating that criminal attacks under Wisconsin statute fined on admission is significant because it supports administrative non-valid administrative procedure exists at this time of Harry Wade's prosecution is significant because it supports explain that no valid administrative procedure to prefer charges at the time of Harry Wade's prosecution. Rely on no process existed or commission evidence was employed to prefer charges. Then what authority did staff rely on July 28th? This report argues that the evidence was employed from the lack of the roots were the unauthorized July 28th email. The trunk was the DCI investigation relied on the lack of the unauthorized cooperation absence of a commission room was the evidence the trunk was the DCI investigation relied on it was IP addresses cooperation. The resulting of prosecution evidence the violation against chairman or mindful alleged conduct IP addresses and the resulting prosecution. The violations matrix organizes the alleged misviolations under the constitutional and statutory because Harry was given no notice. The constitutional concerns being heard before due process violations under the 5th and 14th Amendments. Because Harry was given no notice because one allegedly provided libel records without subpoena or legal process. It also Wisconsin law amendments includes because one allegedly provided libel records without commission or legal process. Unauthorized Wisconsin law concerns includes investigation records, no sworn complaint, staff misconduct without a commission vote. This report alleges unauthorized Supreme Court disclosure of investigation records, misconduct in public office, misconduct, unauthorized use. This report alleges identifying information, inconsistent legal positions. Misconduct is not publicly about whether Harry unauthorized use of personal identifying information. The question is whether the government in the end, this case is not simply about whether Harry according to his findings, what staff had no sworn. The question is whether the government no commission vote after he did lawful authority according to his findings, what staff had no sworn confidential finals records to DC commission vote, no lawful authority or the commission vote prosecution provides confidential finals records to DC central contradiction. Then 6 days later, the commission votes 6-0 against referring criminal charges. The Constitution has central protection. Every citizen process is not courtesy being used without lawful authority. It is the constitutional command. This to protect every citizen waits for government power staff being used without lawful authority. And when government officials bypass argues that inherently rights and act first staff taking authority later command, then we the people, and when government officials bypass the law, violate rights, and act first while seeking authority later, then we the people also demand accountability.
A second fantastic documentary by hot government. So a second job on you guys are very informative. So now we will turn it over to the question and answer by hot government of very event job here, on you guys are very informative. So now we will turn it over to a second microphone. The question and answer portion of give you a microphone so we can the event here. And I will now we will let anyone who has questions for Harry. We'll let we have a second microphone, so we'll make sure to give you a microphone so we can all hear. But I will now let anyone who has questions for Harry. We'll let him take questions and see what he has to say.
I am. I'm curious. Now, the first, he showed a case where
Yes,
they
Randy
did
is
everything right,
anxious
right?
to ask the question.
And then for your case, they did
I'm
everything
curious.
wrong. Now, the first he showed a case where
Was
they
it
did
all
everything
the
right,
exact
right?
same people?
And then for
Does
your
that
case,
tell us
they
that
did
they
everything
knew
wrong?
how to do it the right
So,
way, but chose to do it the wrong way?
What?
Yes.
Was it
it's,
all the exact same
to
people?
answer the question,
Does
yes.
that tell us that they
They
knew
want to
how to
sign
do it the right way, but chose to do it the wrong way?
You look at this, yes, it's, I admitted or to answer the question, yes. Because they want to sign it to me. Anybody's ballot here, you chip it, when you look at this, you know, I admitted I ordered the ballots. You don't use it, you don't need a measurement. Anybody's ballot, don't need a password anywhere. Anybody can go on my road. Or in other words, and have it shipped anywhere. You don't use it, don't change it or pass. I spent a lot of money. You don't need a password being very, anybody can go on my vote. Now it's this, and have it shipped anywhere. The criminals that haven't changed my vote count, so I spent a lot of money being very, by example. You now be willing to time to bear these, you gotta be willing to pay the price, government accountable. You know, I'm willing to pay the price for the next generation. You lead by example. You gotta be willing, when you hope for bear, you gotta be willing to pay the price. And that's for the next generation and the next generation after that, because that wasn't, it's gonna have these opportunities, taken away from us if we don't think it's for the next generation and the next generation after that. Integrity of our elections, it's gonna have these opportunities, taken away from them if we don't clean up,
Knowing what,
the integrity of our elections.
knowing what we know now, did the judge at the time, either at the trial or at sentencing, was he privy, knowing what we know now, And is it the judge at the time, his part at the trial or at shut it down, at sentencing, was he privy to any of this information? And is it judicial misconduct on his part to not have just shut it down?
Both the judges, two judges asking me, I could have dismissed this case because it's a competency. Yes, I am going to file the motion of competency, which is rejected. Both the judges, there were two judges, and they could have dismissed that case because of incompetency. And override motion of competency, which is rejected by Judge Revishek. But Judge Revishek, the following judge, Judge Johnson, had incompetency in front of him. Override Judge Revishek's decision. Judge Revishek just had competency in front of him. He knew what happened. And Revishek just wanted to just
I just want to add,
play judge. He was a large judge. It's not a big price down the road.
I just want to add, hearing and some of these exculpatory documents, so these are not, and so some of the video talk about a Brady violation. A Brady violation is when the prosecutors do not turn over evidence, exculpatory evidence. So, there's plenty of exculpatory evidence that was turned over. Yeah, exculpatory. So first of all, competency means the court's ability to hear your case. And because Wisconsin Election Commission did not follow proper procedure, and referred the case hearing, the court didn't have competency because there's procedure that has to be followed prior to the refer. And in the video talks about how there's no criminal Wisconsin criminal claim procedures. So everybody kind of could be treated differently. Yet the equal protection amendment says we're supposed to treat all defendants equally. So exculpatory means evidence that hearing did not commit a crime. So for example, the 555 place procedure. We did know that the Wisconsin Election Commission was admitting that it had no procedure. When so they turned that evidence over. They turned over evidence of the meetings. And by the way, you watch July 2022 meeting on August 3rd, 2020 meeting. And so they're having these meetings discussing the complaint against Fury, and they never mention that Megan Wolf, who's the administrator, deputy administrator, Robert Cole, was already cooperating with the Department of Justice, the Division of Criminal Investigation, or as we call the CI. So I can't imagine the Court of Appeals is not going to take these allegations seriously.
Well, that gets worse than that because one of the commissioners, now what the Wisconsin Election Commission has three attorneys on their three non-attorneys. And one of the attorneys actually had the audacity to say, this was at their emergency meeting, I thought we were here to speak our boss. What about the people? What about the elements that are gone? But he had the audacity to actually say that. I thought we were here to speak our boss. So that shows you how corrupt these people are. These people belong in jail. Fortunately, I didn't have jail time because the judge know what to do. I had a stroke and take the fire out of me. So,
Can you explain what you did? I mean, what did you order? How did you order it?
Okay, good question, Jim. We were at the Racine County Fair, and a supporter comes over and says, I think you can order ballots without using name or password and have them shipped anywhere. And I said, that sounds like fairy tale. So I went in and went on the computer, and Jim right away got his camera out, filmed everything. And sure enough, we started ordering some ballots. We ordered Brayden ballots, it was like county. We ordered Lenny Bolt's ballot. We ordered Rock X. We ordered Coyotes. Totally ordered about 10 ballots, maybe total. But two of them have to be somebody not get permission. So before I ordered these other people's ballots, I called them. I just like to order your ballot. And only one person asked why. So when you look at that, some people just said, go ahead, try order. Because they did believe that you could order a ballot without using a password and get somebody else's ballot. So the two people that ballots that I did get permission from was Robert Boss, who's Speaker of the Assembly, and Corey Mason, who happens to be the mayor of Racine. So I picked a Republican and a Democrat because voting is not a partisan issue. It's a right for all people. And so I ordered these two ballots without permission. And that's when they decided they shut me down because I was a threat to these people. But you can't make this shit up. It's worse.
I'm puzzled here. If you purposely broke the law, doesn't the legal system, in this case probably the local district attorney, have the right to arrest you and proceed with a criminal indictment? Do they?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And yes, they have that right. But we also have the right that when government becomes not service for people, in other words, when it comes struck to the people, you have a right to rebel and overthrow that government. So you have to understand your basic rights. So you have to understand the Declaration of Independence. You have to understand the Articles of Confederation. You have to understand the federal space. You have to understand the U.S. Constitution. You have to understand the 10 Amendments. And when government becomes destructive force, you have a right to overthrow that government. Now, I didn't kill anybody. I didn't even steal their votes. I returned all the votes. I turned myself in. So yes, did I violate that statute? Yes. But I also engaged in my rights to do what I thought was right.
You don't have the right to violate the law.
Yes, you
do not have the right to violate the law without being called to account.
I was held to account. I turned myself in.
Okay, so you have no argument.
No, you have to understand how the Wisconsin Election Commission and election laws are interpreted and applied. So you go back to the Government Accountability Board when there was John Doe investigations, and as a result of that, they changed. They got rid of the Government Accountability Board, the Wisconsin Election Commission, and then only by a majority vote can you recommend and refer charges to this district attorney. So that wasn't done in this case because there was no complaint. Rob Ross didn't make a complaint against Terry Wade. Corey Mason didn't make a complaint against Terry Wade. And the law specifically states that only the commission by majority vote can refer charges to this district attorney. Now the district attorney can open investigations of election law, but instead of just district attorney opening the case against Perry, the Department of Justice did. And so the Justice Department put its thumb on the scale, then went to the district attorney and said, please send us a referral so we can prosecute Perry Wade. So So basically, what Department of Justice, Wisconsin Election Commission, and the Racine County District Attorney Tricia Hansen, they frame a guilty man. And even in this country, you're entitled to due process, no matter how guilty you are. Take that shooter in New York, that gun down, that executive or Charlie Kirk. Now, those are cold-blooded murders, but they're still getting their due process. And when process is gone, our country is gone.
He violated, Mr. I'm sorry. Wait. Wait. Violated the law. And the law enforcement agencies proceeded to indict him. It's as simple as that. Yes, it is. You committed a crime, and you go to...
Did you ever hear prosecutorial?
Of course I have.
That's what occurred in this.
But if you go out tonight and shoot somebody to death, and then go to the police in the morning, they surrender and say, I killed somebody, well, then they're going to see you indicted. If you break a law, you are liable. I think you're absolutely wrong. I'll leave it at that.
When's the last time you read chapter 5 of Wisconsin election code? Discretion. So they don't. For example, we did a video. Elon Musk versus Michelle Obama. How Wisconsin election commission let Michelle Obama walk for election bribery, but they recommended charges against Elon Musk. Well, the Department of Justice yesterday said we're not going to charge Elon Musk, and that's all prosecutorial discretion. And by the way, you had Senator Johnson, the sheriff of Racine County, and many other elected officials said we give Harry a medal instead of charging him. So you need about this case instead of thinking in black and white. This case is not black and white. Harry admits to ordering ballots, but he did it to expose the flaws in this system. How anybody can order a ballot. I'm just saying that. They make laws, statutes, let's say you shoot anybody that wears license like a shirt. You can follow that statute, say that's okay. It's okay if I know somebody. No, that's the same thing. The statute is the same. When you get this government, that's struck against people, you have a right to challenge it. Can order somebody ballot? We're here. Is that okay? Answer that question. You think that's okay? To go online and order ballot and ship it this lady over here. Is that okay? Why not? Why not?
I would be subject to punishment by the legal authority. Hopefully it's by a plea or something else.
Okay, I have a question.
Wait.
No, Second of all, so are you trying to say that all whistleblowers are supposed to be prosecuted? Because all whistleblowers commit a crime at some point in order to prove a point. Yes, they do.
That's absolutely not true. Well. So,
Wisconsin Election Commission voted 6-0 not to refer hearing for prosecution. Think about it, 6-0. Now, you just said, if somebody breaks the law, someone in authority has to, they have to hold accountable. So if that was true, why did Wisconsin Election Commission vote 6-0 not to refer hearing? Then on top of that, they were doing one thing in public, voting 6-0 not to prosecute hearing, but in private, they refer hearing for prosecution. So. No, but they have prosecutorial authority. Look it up. They do. Dude. I won a case in a court of appeal based on their prosecutorial authority. So take that.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
Okay, I think the bottom line here is Harry was at the county area. I was in camp, so he came to the computer and there's another gal that said, you can order a ballot and ship it anywhere in the world. And Harry said, you can't. Harry said, you know what, we're going to test this because that's true. We got a lot of system. And it is a system. You got to get a system. 2020 election. You all live in a system.
2020 was, but we were in 2022.
But we already knew 2020 already had it's our clause and it was another. And I'm sure in this room were questioning the 2020 election. Harry looked at that and thought, we're not moving forward because we were so bombarded by the negative press and the disinformation that was not Washington, D.C. press. Harry could find himself say, I'm like Bull. And I can tell you right now, J.J. went to the hill. But at that time, J.J. Harry, I think it's a great idea. He knew what he was doing. He was falling out. At that time, we really had not a lot of evidence that we had kicked off of Facebook, we had kicked off of YouTube, we had kicked off of every platform because we questioned the system. And by that time, we had come to Telegram was still on there, and I'm there because they were the only ones to listen. Harry Ward's ballots came in, and next day at the fair, Harry stood out with WISN and Channel 4 holding the ballot, saying, yes, the mayor's ballot got completely untaken. He says, this is bad. He went to the sheriff's department, he knew what he did. Harry's $130,000 in the so make sure that we understood what happened here. So I think it's he's right, I understand totally, but also have time frame we're in. We were in a time frame, nobody was believing that or at least we knew it, but there was no evidence to express the fact that those elections were rigged. They're rigged still today. I think Trump is cleaning up some of that stuff, but we've got a big system that needs cleaning up, and I got to have back. There's a lot of investigating. There's a lot of conflict in our local governments, and it's our job to really, we're the watchdogs. That's our government. So we have to remember back where we can argue all day on the matters of it, but we and Harry did it to create an issue, and he did create an issue.
Can I answer?
All right. Thank you. Well, let me fill you in what has happened since the Harry ordered ballots. I started researching law and I discovered that my vote has no legal authority to put indefinitely confined absentee ballot requests on the website. Voters that vote more than one election year on the website, and hospitalized voters. They only have authorization in the statutes for overseas voters and military voters. Now, this was all started by the Government Accountability Board. My vote started by the Government Accountability Board. They went live with my vote June 16, 16th, 2016, June 30th, 2016, Gap no longer existed, and the Wisconsin election started. The commissioners never checked to see if my vote had legal authority to receive absentee ballots request. So I filed a complaint against the Wisconsin Election Commission. They kicked it out of me. I'm currently in court because they said that we don't accept complaints against Wisconsin Election Commission staff or commissioners. Well, there's no law that excuses them that duty. And then when they rejected, I filed a lawsuit in circuit court. And yes, I won my lawsuit in circuit court. But the judge ordered said the Wisconsin Election Commission must follow the law. And they haven't been doing that since Judge Schrager made that decision. So now I'm in the Court of Appeals to force the Wisconsin Election Commission to follow the law. Also, our group, High Government, filed a petition. The First Amendment gives us the right of speech, press, assembly, and the right to petition government. So we petitioned the government, in particular the Wisconsin Election Commission, to have the username, to require username, and to require a password. And it's really simple. We asked that my vote use, it's called My Wisconsin ID. Anybody here have one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, there's 8 different websites that already use My Wisconsin ID. And the state plan is to have all official Wisconsin websites to have the My Wisconsin ID so that they protect. They're the ones it's in the Department of Administration, Division of Enterprise Technology. They're the computer experts for the whole state, and they create the websites for the entire state. So we still have the litigation going on legality of my vote, and we have this petition. The Wisconsin Election Commission is going to hear our petition October 1st coming up, and so you're welcome to speak at that commission hearing and let your voice be heard. Thank you.
And just to be clear, you turned in the ballots at the sheriff's department, is that correct?
Some of them returned to the individuals, and the rest of them returned to the sheriff's department, yes. So all but ballots were unopened, sealed, and returned, yes, every ballot that I ordered.
Decided not to prosecute more than that.
The sheriff at that time, Chris Wayman, thanked me for exposing the system whack. It became an embarrassment for the Wisconsin Election Commission. That's where you get a chip. You don't have, you could be in the moon. You have access to your internet. You could order that ballot. There's no way that they could trace it. And one of the proofs is ballot was ordered the next day for almost shipped to overseas.
Sheriff's department did real wet to problems. That's that kind of component.
No, the referral was done by Richard Hansen. The sheriff department, basically, the sheriff congratulated me for exposing because he had in 2021 brought criminal charges against 5 out of 6 commissioners, criminal charges, and the DA, Richard Hansen, and Josh Call both declined to move that case forward. So the sheriff department did very lengthy investigation. It's on government program channel. You'll see where Justice Goldman, Lieutenant Mike Will did this investigation with people in nursing homes. People had no idea what they were doing, and they put votes in for what we assume Joe Biden.
I'm curious how, what you did, when you took the ballots, when you got them, and turned them directly over. How does this differ from any average American getting somebody else's ballot, and instead of being just throw it out? How does that differentiate? Most of this question is for that general more understand how this works.
A lot of people can understand or agree with what they get, but I'll go back and let you know that what I did, there was no harm done. I only exposed the system. I did exploit it. So there were no ballots casted, there were none thrown away. I brought home my own address, and so I could safely return just to expose the system. And because, you know, I acted very responsible manner, you know, to get the ballots to turn it, because I consider their approach sacred. And when somebody decides to take your vote, either throw it away or take your vote for somebody else, you bet agree, and know that something's right. So exposing the system and exploiting the system, two very different things. And that's all I get, that's expose the system. And, you know, I take your terms myself because, I knew by their bosses they were wrong. You know, what was written. But I also said that we have rights. We have rights to actually go after everyone that's an act on behalf of the people.
Scott?
Yes, Scott.
Thank you for coming. I got like hundreds of comments, but one question, somebody on YouTube who's not familiar with AIDS, and they're asking, since you've done this, have safeguards been put in place to prevent this from happening again? And I think Jay touched on it, but if you could go away.
I will state that since 2022, you can still order anybody's ballot and chip it anywhere in the world to anybody. So spending this money and paying for it exposes the system, you know, whack in their infinite wisdom, which their eyes are corrupt or criminals. That they're allowing the same thing to happen. You can still right there's a system, and you can throw away an election.
Yes.
So within 8 days, Wisconsin Election Commission makes 7 changes. And we have that document, and one of those changes is when somebody orders a ballot that is not sent to their home, they send out a postcard. So here he put in Robin Wass's address, and he had a ballot. And Corey Mason's address, he had a ballot sent to his home. So now when someone does that, they send out a postcard. They made other changes to their disclaimer or warning if you violated it. They sent out notices to clerks, etc. to try and strengthen it. But these are all after the fact. They still allow people into the website where so there's no electronic security perimeter around the website, and then you have a secure entrance and exit. They don't have that, and they need to put a secure electronic perimeter around the website. So I also filed a HAVA claim. HAVA stands for Help America Vote Act, because the Wisconsin Election Commission has no username and password. So the Department of Justice has not responded to my complaint. I put in another complaint. They rejected it within 2 or 3 weeks, but it was had to do with the receivable voting unit.
To your comment, another question came in. The postcard that's sent then, is that sent to the original address or the address of the
It's to the voter's address on file. So whatever address is on file, that's where it's sent to. And here, I'd like you to comment on personal satisfaction as the reason why you're evicted.
So when you get into the juries, there's such thing as called jury qualification, where the jurors are not told that they can actually just disregard the laws and do things so when it really came down to being found guilty, the state really didn't have much of a case. The fact that I did what I've done. And, so if you talk about personal satisfaction, if you look at the thumbs up, like Facebook, that's what they used to convict. I was actually convicted by a jury because there's a motion to eliminate, which just the state uses so they can't give certain benefits out. So the jurors kept dark, but the jury found guilty, pleasuring himself with the thumbs up sign on Facebook. Now they use Facebook, but that's the ridiculousness of our jury system.
I'll see it. So he's charged with fraud or identity theft, and so one of the elements for the eviction was to derive benefit. So most people that identify that they take money. Well, what was the benefit here for ordering ballot? And so it was about 8:30 at night after 2 very long days, and the jury said, well, how do you find this benefit? And the judge eventually said, well, personal satisfaction could be used as benefit. And so here was my when he's holding the ballot up next to the deputy returning it, he said, oh, well, he got personal satisfaction for ordering the ballot.
Lord, that was wrong.
Did you just want to make this is really hard to one thing that I'm saying, the gentleman there in one way is right, okay? You did commit
I didn't deny that. I told the truth.
yeah, but you did what you did, to prove a point, and then you took the fall for everybody. So in one way, it's right that you did commit something that you're not supposed to, isn't it? Yes, but for us, you're a hero for falling, making the fall to show how system is. So I agree with you, yeah, he did commit the crime, but it took the fall for everybody else to see how corrupt our government. That's all I have to say. So, yeah, I mean, what you went up, I think it's a lot of your mind, and I will give you the story because of the two, I don't know, so.
Just take a step back, either Jay or Harry. One of the elements at that trial that I think was really important was that benefit as defined by the judge. And it wasn't the judge on the line to include that in jury instructions. You recall that?
Well, it wasn't in the jury instructions. The jury asked a question.
The jury asked the question, and then the judge answered the question, and the judge's answer didn't satisfy the jury, so they asked another question, and that's when the personal satisfaction. So it comes down to the precedent, or the case where personal satisfaction was defined, or benefit was defined, and the circumstances are so different because the benefit always had to do with something extrinsic, whether it be money or property, something you could physically touch. But personal satisfaction is intrinsic. It's subjective. Whereas all these other objects or all these other benefits are objective. So, but here, say something about how the MICO went from 12,000 to 1.33 million.
Okay, in 2016, Michael processed 12,000 absentee ballots. In 2020, Michael processed 1.33 million absentee ballots. It wasn't just people ordering them. We had NGOs that were pushing these ballots out all over. That's when we got to see the mules dumping the ballots into the ballot boxes. So it was a huge jump from 2016 to 2020. Huge.
I want to just answer this fellow's question. You're absolutely right. You know, at that trial, Harry was, he admitted it, and he kept saying to the prosecutor, and he mentioned to the judge, well, you're guilty. He goes, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. He finally said to the judge, you're guilty. So, yeah, so you gotta remember the jury sitting here listening to this, which is a bunch of men and all asleep. And, man, bottom line, they had to come up with something. You know, I realize there's avenues they could have followed. It wasn't going to happen because it's guys. They had to come up with something so they came up with personal satisfaction and ethical sentencing. Harry, what did they give you? Did they fine you?
No. What happened, the state wanted 90 days for me to be in jail. But the judge obviously decided it was not a threat. 67 years without being a criminal, without even having a misdemeanor. So at 67, I didn't decide that morning I was going to become a felon. So the judge actually stated that we need people like this to challenge the system. But he also said something that I really still haven't processed. He said, I took advantage of it. Well, how does a defendant take advantage of a judge? That's the one thing I still haven't processed yet. How does a defendant take advantage of a judge?
So we've got another comment here. And Jim just spoke about the jury pool. Is it true that you received, or somebody received, something from one of the jurors after the conviction was in place?
We'll let Jim take it.
Look, that night, 12 midnight, we probably left the courthouse around 10 p.m. At 12 o'clock, the jury foreman posts on Facebook. I feel terrible for Harry. He's not guilty. I tried to, push the rest of these jurors in that direction. But the written jury rules so stringent that we had no choice. And of course, we talk about the location of different things. These guys were tired, they wanted to go home, they came up with personal satisfaction. And you have to remember, the Department of Justice went after this hard. I mean, they put some major force on Harry because they had to keep the secret quiet. They had to show that, our system is fair. We got, 7 million people on the voter roll, and only have 4 million people like vote. So how fair is that? Really, we know the system's flawed. We know the system is. The Department of Justice, because we got the administration and more Democratic feel Joe Biden and cruel and Tony Evers, they got to keep this stuff. I've got to watch the journal. And I can tell you from the beginning, we had people that were protesting Harry at these hearings. I mean, I was out there, string Harry up, block Harry up, and all kinds of things. When we got down to that trial part, there were more protesters. The job Harry did, he got it done. There was no media there. We had to force media to come because they didn't want to report on the fact that Harry had opened the door to the fraud that was happening with the system. So, the jury foreman, matter of fact, the jury foreman came to a high court meeting and we talked. And he was a straight up guy. He just said, we were stuck in this situation. So when we talked about the judges that took advantage of you did it, Harry. You got for a judge. What the hell do? You stuck in a situation where, I
got this guy who's really a whistleblower. I got to break the law. He admits the law is broken. And I got a jury that's fallen asleep. And I got one jury foreman who wants to break this thing wide open. I mean, yeah, you did take advantage of my understanding what he's talking about.
So the jury came out with its decision about 9 o'clock, and it was known that the judge wasn't available. The decision was on Tuesday. The judge wasn't available on Wednesday. At least one juror wasn't available the next day to have a jury deliberation. So the pressure was on to make a decision, and they did it.
Questions?
Any other decisions since Mr. Wade admitted that he was guilty of the offense for which he was being tried? What I have to say, somebody mentioned the Declaration of Independence. At the very end of the Declaration, the signers pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. These were people who violated British law. Jefferson, Button, Wyndham, Charles Carroll, John Hancock, all, etc., etc., etc. They violated British law, and had they been arrested, they would have been tried and hung after a considerable length of time, wasting away the Tower of London. They were willing to make that sacrifice. Likewise, Mrs. Wade is to be commended. He was willing to break the law to make a point. But if you break the law to make a point, you must be prepared to accept the consequences. You said you spent $135,000. Somebody said that. In this effort, is that correct?
Over 130,000.
Okay. You decided that it was worth that considerable amount of money to make a point. You made a point. You committed a crime. You have to accept the consequences of it. All right? Sorry, but that's the way the law is. You committed a crime, you go to the court, and you say, I did it. What other decision is the jury to have but guilty? I'm not saying that our election system is good. It stinks in it. And we knew, by the way, how crooked this mail-in ballot stuff was years ago. Okay? So we didn't need you to break the law to remind us. But you did, and you accept the consequences. Congratulations, but don't complain.
So has anything been fixed? The whole point of exposing something, I assume, is to get it fixed, correct?
Correct. The system's still working.
Okay, I went on myself, and I know Kimberly spotted it at the military ballot. I was like, I wonder how she could do that. I figured it out. Military, you don't even have to register, first of all. So it's simple, just put in your birthday, your name, and then you do a military ballot. So it's not just what you did, it's military ballots as well. Now, when it came time to this election, for the signatures to get on the ballot, it took me 20 minutes to look at one piece of paper for signature, because I had to jump through all the hoops, like what Jay was talking about with the, I can't remember what we called it, the verification thing. But I can still vote on my vote right now, and do exactly what you did, and do exactly what Kimberly spotted did. So you expose something for a reason, and it's still not fixed.
Well, yeah, so Jenny, we're working on it. We haven't given up. We've got, we wanted in the circuit court, Wisconsin Elections Commission is ignoring the judge's order. So it's in the Court of Appeals now. That's one thing. The other thing is the petition. We have the HAVA complaint, federal complaint. So we're trying. That's government works very slow. I remember going to the Capitol and legislator's A says, well, let's take the elevator. And then the legislator A says, well, this elevator works like the government, very slow. And, you know, we just, if you give up, then you can never accomplish anything. But, you know, Harry's case isn't over. He's going to appeal. And I think he's got a better than a 50-50 chance to win. And every U.S. citizen deserves due process as guaranteed by our Constitution. And Harry was not given due process. And that's why his case should be thrown out. Not because he didn't commit the crime, but the real crime was committed by the Wisconsin Elections Commission, the Department of Justice, and Racine District Attorney Patricia Hansen.
Any other questions? If you wouldn't have done this, would you ever know anything about it?
Some people already knew, but exposing the web system where you didn't need a username or password to organize ballot, I'm sure most people weren't aware of that. I wasn't aware of that in 2022 when I did it, and that's when I exposed the system. So I mean, we brought a lot of awareness to this issue. I gotta say that, for years, we've been lied to by our government, and I'm talking about more than 20 years, maybe 6 years. If you look at the Warren Commission, and the killing of Kennedy, you know, why wasn't all those documents released? You know, our government is notoriously bad. So, anybody who really wants to look and see what our government is capable of, look at Codex 911. It's on YouTube. You can watch it for free without any commercials, and you really get to see how evil our government is. You know, we can't think that people can be this evil and this corrupt, but really they are. And you know, it's time for us to wake up and wake up our fellow citizens and take this out of this right, because if we don't fix it, our generation doesn't fix it, the next generation has no hope. So it's up to us to fix it for the next generation. We're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the next generation.
All right, before we close, are there any final questions? All right, well, thank you all for coming here. Thank you very much for Harry coming to Manitowoc. And thank you very much for government coming to Manitowoc and helping answer some of the questions we had here tonight. I know we also, as I mentioned before this event started, we got a little raffle with some hot government merchandise as well as the Manitowoc County Patriots sticker, and everybody should have gotten a ticket. And it just so happens that I just been handed the winning ticket, so I'm going to read the numbers. So if you have them, let us know. The winning ticket is 155064. Oh, Ken is the winner. Congratulations, Ken. So, thank you guys all for coming tonight. Remember again, there's some free stuff on that table. Feel free to take some. If you have not made a donation, feel free to make a donation as a member.
So, Red, Brayden is bringing this event to a close, and it looks like everybody's going to be ready to run out the door.
Thank you all for coming.
Ran a little bit longer. I think the meeting room, he had it reserved till 8.
Right,
So,
and I think I got a little heated there, but we know why.
But you know, in any group, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't understand this, who simply thinks the law was broken and he needs to go to jail. And there's always going to be that one person, unfortunately, but clearly doesn't have a real understanding of what happened. And there the man is.
You talking about Brayden?
Yeah. Brayden, put that on so you can hear. So, Brayden, what do you think of this event?
I thought this was a spectacular event. We had a great amount of attendees, a lot of Patriots here tonight, and overall, very much a success. I'm very honored to, not just myself and Manitowoc County Patriots, have hosted such an honorable, one of the greatest Patriots of our time.
Isn't it? So it got a little heated at times tonight. I mean, there was somebody in the group who just doesn't agree with the rest of us on this one.
And that's okay. People have their own opinions. That's why we have these meetings, so we can get our viewpoints across and try to have people understand why we believe the way we do.
Absolutely, and you're right. I agree with you. Everybody's got their own opinion, but it got a little
Heated.
a little cranky at times, but all in all, this was a great event. Thank you for allowing us to come over, and we shared this out. I don't know if you heard it, or you probably didn't hear. We added X to the lineup of platforms tonight, so we were live on X for the first time, and we had all kinds of questions going on, so thanks for having us at your event.
Absolutely, and thank you guys for coming and live streaming. It was some great exposure here. It helps get this message out and let people know this is the system that we're fighting, and it's a non-stop fight. The fight's not over. It's only just beginning.
So, Brayden, how the Manitowoc County Patriots, how long have you been in place?
Yes, so I formed the Manitowoc County Patriots last year in June. That was when we held our first meeting. We've had monthly meetings ever since from a wide variety of. We've had some candidates come, we've had some nonprofit speakers come, and we've had just great attendance overall. A lot of good Patriots from, as we saw tonight, people all the way across the state. Because people.
Absolutely, they really did. We have people from central Wisconsin here, and of course, a lot of people came up from down south. But so anybody that wants to be a part of what you created, how do they reach out to you, Brayden?
Yeah, so we have a website. The website is mcpatriots.org. You can also go on the internet and just search on Manitowoc County Patriots. It should be the first thing that pops up. And when you go on our website, you will see where you can sign up for a newsletter. You will also see a tab where it's called Hosts, and you can see some of the newsletters we've written about what's going on in our county and around the state, as well as the Events tab, where you can see the events we're holding. And we also are on social media. Just go on Facebook, Manitowoc County Patriots, same with on X, Manitowoc County Patriots, and we're also on Telegram, which you can find all of it on our website. It's kind of a one-stop shop for everything.
And all your meetings are held here at the Holiday Inn in Manitowoc?
Yes, we are, as we've been doing this year, the fourth Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. at the Manitowoc Holiday Inn. And I always tell people sign up for my emails because those are always such a change. So we've had a bunch of great speakers, and anyone listening is more than welcome to attend one of my meetings. I would love for everyone to come and just have a great time like people are here tonight.
Awesome. What else? Well, the election's over, Brayden. We're going to hear more from Brayden down the road because I know this was not the end of it for Brayden. He's going to do great things, and he's going to continue this work with the Manitowoc County Patriots. So, Brayden, thanks again. Your host here, the Holiday Inn. They ought to nickname this place like Brayden's Clubhouse now, or something like that, because what a great venue and such a gracious host to allow you to come in here once a month and bring a group of Patriots with you.
Absolutely, they are really good here, and for everyone listening, like I said on my social media, Brayden Myer for Freedom, which is my personal one, make sure to keep your yard signs by my Secretary of State, because you never know when they might be going up in your yard again.
Oh, there's a little tip for our listeners. Brayden might be back, so hang on to those signs. Pull them out of the yard. Let Brayden know that you have it, and you put it in your garage. So, all right, Brayden, thank you so much. What do we have? Oh, yeah, we won't repeat that one. So thank you, Brayden.
I do say a yeehaw, though.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, folks, we're going to wrap up the live portion of the show because
We actually have not eaten yet. And they're starting to take the food away.
I've got to get one of those brats before they end the show, or before they kick us out. So we're going to bring tonight's live show to a close here. You'll have to bear with me because I had to shut this off because... So let's play some going on music. So if you were listening on YouTube or Rumble or our new or X, it's coming, right? It's coming. Thanks for sticking with us. I hope that you enjoyed listening to Harry Wade.
And I apologize you couldn't see the video, but where they have us in the room, it doesn't like show up very well on the like pull down screen. So I apologize for that. But oh, there you go.
I can't tell. So we're just going to let it play out very quickly. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 and Thursday. And again, on our new platform, I think it went off pretty well.
I know I could hear it there, but I didn't see comments, so I'm not sure how that was.
We'll get better feel that tomorrow, but EJ dropped that on us at like 4 this afternoon. They were live on the next, so... But you know, feel free to come back to Rip Rabbit Hole and join us at the VIP Backstage Lounge, which is the best place to listen to the show.
Absolutely.
And
you read all the chat that goes on. So. And then Friday, we'll be back with another episode of Rip
Rabbit Hole Live.
Yes, thank you. And on Sundays, every Sunday, 10:30 in the morning, it is not broadcast, it's backstage only. And we are, it's a 2 or more gathering, and we're still in John. And it's getting, close to the end, but, and we're gonna, like, decide where we're gonna go next to Revival.
Right, so that's not, like Red said, that's not broadcast, that's just backstage only, it's a great place to Sunday. But in any event, it was a great event here. I need to go get a brat because I'm hungry.
Oh, I know, me too.
Feel free to hang around the backstage for some conversation. I will be back at some point, but I have to go. I got to fill the tank.
I'm gonna have to fill my tank.
I haven't eaten all day, so I got to grab something before they put it away. And
we'll be back on the next day after the meeting.
Red, I had fun. This is our first live. Out of the static air, freedom's crackling everywhere. Every voice matters, every voice matters. Oh, we gotta stop wasting people's time because
we have a republic to save.
Have a good night.